It feels like domestic life is just fine with a recently retired four-time All-Star Hunter Pence, who joins us on Hot Stove on this Monday. Hunter, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
And we're doing great. So things are just fine at home, right? I mean, we're putting the dishes in, we're taking them out, and that's retired life.
Yeah, it feels like a never-ending loop of putting the dishes in and taking the dishes out. So I figured I might as well make a song about this, try to enjoy it.
Hey, Hunter, so where are you guys at? Where's home going to be? Where's home base?
Right now, we're still in San Francisco. We haven't really traveled since we're waiting for things to kind of settle down, but we haven't really decided exactly where we're going to, settle down for forever, I guess you would say. But we're just kind of waiting to see what the transition holds.
So what was the final decision? Why did you decide 14 years, that's enough?
Well, I had kind of made this decision coming in. I wanted this to be kind of the, come home to San Francisco. I had such a bond with the city and so many memories, and I was so lucky that I got the opportunity to come back. And I just wanted to have one last year to say thanks to all the fans and really try to, just give it my all. And, unfortunately, I knew my body was kind of fading, and I wanted to play as long as I could. Like, my decision when I was real young is I'm going to play as long as I can. I'm going to play as hard as I can. And, eventually your body just kind of gives out. And as much as you want to fight it, I just couldn't quite get it going this year.
Your story, your career trajectory, Hunter, it's so much fun to talk with you about it, because we feel like all of it we documented, right? Your first year in the big leagues was in '07. MLB Network came along a couple years later. We remember, Harold and I, visiting with you a couple of off seasons ago when you went to winter ball. And as a guy that had 2 World Series rings and over a decade of big league time, you reworked your swing, came back in 2019 and had one of the best years of your career.
Yeah, and I mean, that was probably the best decision I think I've ever made. Is, I could have ended it then, but I knew that there was this new swing tech out, and also just you hear the legends of winter ball and Dominican League baseball, and so I was like, I had no idea I was going to get an opportunity to play again after the 2018 season, but I wanted to just see if I could learn this new swing. And I think what I learned about baseball from going to LA and working with Doug Lotta, and what I learned about the Dominican Republic and all of my teammates and their love for baseball, it was one of the greatest lessons of my life. And I'm forever thankful just for how welcomed I was in the Dominican Republic, for the opportunity to play with the Rangers and all of those teammates, and everything that I learned about hitting. I learned hitting more in that 1 year. And that's where I'm like very sad that my body did kind of give out on me. And maybe it's because I went a little too crazy with learning the new swing, because I took so many swings. I was in the cage an hour and 15 minutes at least 7 days a week that whole off season. But reprogramming a life's work took that. So, my hip definitely didn't love that. But at the end of the day, it's just the love of the game. And I'm so excited that, moving forward, that hopefully I get to share a lot of the stuff I learned about hitting, to the future kids coming up to play.
It's cool.
And not just hitting, but about life. And obviously you're one of our finalists for the Roberto Clemente Award, and that speaks for the person that you are and your impact you've had every community you've been in. What does that mean to be a Roberto Clemente nominee?
I mean, it's one of the greatest honors, of my career. And I have to give thanks. Like, I can't just say like I did this alone, because a big reason that I won it was the Pineapple Labs, created by my beautiful wife, Lexi, and just working together with things that we love. We love coffee. We want to share some of this great coffee that we found. And, this year, 2020, let's just give it to a different charity every month and whatever profits we make. So we hope that everyone's enjoying a great cup of coffee, a really, creative mug that Alexis has put together, and we've done different causes every month, and it's been great. We did the Jackie Robinson Foundation. This month is Single mom strong. That's what it is. And it's known for the holidays. So it's going to have a gnome on it. But yeah, that whole thing. So it's been a team. It's been Lexi. It's been the Pineapple Labs team. And just being a part of that and winning an award that's for the community, that's done with the community, because without the customers buying the coffee, it would have never happened.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you next. Matt's a huge coffee drinker. So tell me a little bit about the coffee. How did you guys get into it? What is it like? What's it taste like? And how can you get it?
Well, it's going to be different every month. So we're curating new coffees every month. And that's part of the fun, is we go and taste a whole bunch of coffees and we try to kind of pair it. You know, I remember Father's Day, we had one and we tried to make it kind of a more like a whiskey flavored coffee. And then, for Mother's Day, we had a more floral coffee. And, that's the fun thing about coffee. And we started this like many years ago. Alexis, actually, once again, at her YouTube channel, we started reviewing coffee shops. And I was like, this is great for baseball. We can check out coffee shops all around the nation. And as I started learning more and more, I met certain people in the coffee family, and the coffee family and the coffee industry all looks out for each other. It's a big community. And one of our favorite roasters, we've teamed up with them. And so every coffee is going to be a little bit different. And I believe this holiday is going to kind of have a holiday spice to it.
I love it. And I like gnome for the holidays, too. Any clever wordplay, we thumbs up from here on Hot Stove. Hey, I'm sure, Hunter, that after you decided you were going to retire, and we all think it's really cool you retired as a Giant, by the way. It would have happened fine with any other of the uniforms that you'd worn, but something about that city and you is such a great match. The Giants, without question, have probably reached out to you to say, hey, do you want to be on the telecast? Do you want to go to spring training as an instructor? I'm sure you have all kinds of opportunities to stay in baseball in some capacity. What appeals to you the most?
I'm sort of like, that door's open. I haven't heard too much from the Giants just yet, but potentially doing something in broadcasting, at least talking about the game, being around the game. And if the Giants do hit me up, obviously I would love to try to share whatever I can with the organization and help them out. But yes, I'm very thankful that I got the opportunity to retire as a Giant. And that was just incredible. But I'm looking to do something in either broadcasting and just, a life's work of baseball. I want to share it.
Really cool.
That's good. You can be used in the game. If not the Giants, the commissioner's office or somebody. I think it's important that we keep guys like you around, speaking that positive message, but also growing the game. So no doubt about it. But I'm all over those Giants. You guys better wake up out there in San Fran. Get a hold of Hunter. Just saying.
There he is. More job shaming with Harold.
Yes.
What did we have for Hunter before we say goodbye?
I don't know.
Will, what did we have? Hit me again in my ear. Oh, yeah. Hey, Hunter, we got you on the boat here after you retired. Some video. Is it video or just a still? There we go. That's as good as it gets. Now that's a goodbye for you.
Hey, that was incredible. The fans out there, I always wanted to be out in one of those kayaks, so it was a cool experience. The last game of the season, the Giants were, if they won, they had a chance to go to the playoffs. And it was a big game. And man, it was a heartbreaking loss. But, that Giants team this year was, and the NL West was incredibly tough. As you saw, the Dodgers won the World Series, and, the NL West just performed amazing in the playoffs. So, I'm just thankful that I got the opportunity to go watch that game and how well the Giants played this year and how incredible of a team it was. And they weren't expected to do anything. So the fact that they played that well, I think the Giants have a lot to look forward to, and they're on that that proper trajectory.
Oh, man,
awesome.
I have a soundbite for that.
Yes,
you have a lot to look forward to as well.
Keep doing your thing, man. You're on the right trajectory, man.
Great to see you, Harold.
Right
You
trajectory.
too, Hunter. Appreciate you, man.
Hunter,
tell
thanks.
Lexi hi for
Good
us,
luck
okay?
with the coffee
Thank
as
you.
well. Good way to go.
She said, I hope you're talking to Harold. That was the first thing she said.